If you use this for 5 months consistently, every day, you'll double your strength. You'll double it. Did that get your attention? Yeah, I called bullshit on that too when I first heard about that. Another trendy product or another new fitness product on the market that's gonna be around for like 2 months, and then it's some bullshit and then it's gone and somebody debunks it. Here's why it doesn't work. 3 reasons why this product is trash. Don't spend your money. Nah, not this time. This is the real deal. Let's get into it. It's a bar and chain device designed to increase your power tremendously and rapidly. So all you got here, you got a heavy duty spring, you got a base plate right here, solid 2x4. Put that on the floor. You put this spring in the hook that comes out the base plate. And you have this snap hook attached to a swivel, and you have the loading ring on the iso chain bar itself. You put it in there, you turn the device on, and then whatever exercise you do, you rip into it for X amount of seconds, depending on what you're training for, whether it's strength, hypertrophy, or a little bit of both, muscular strength, muscular endurance, whatever. And then, if y'all can see this right here, if you just hit max, that's how much pressure I just put in there, 121.4 pounds. So what does that even mean, right? So what? What does this mean for us? What does this mean for the whole fitness industry? This is another bullshit product, right? In fact, I know what you're thinking, because this is the first thing I thought when I saw it on dragondoor.com. I can just make this myself at Home Depot for 40 bucks. And I did. In fact, here it is. Here you go, right here. I took some wood, I took a plank of wood, 2x4 from Home Depot. Another one, so this is what I would stand on, right? Here's the same thing. Get all these wood chips on my pants. All right, take the snap hook, put it in here, right? Put it in here. I just bought this steel beam. Still, the sticker's still on there from Home Depot. What is this? A 5 by 8 inch by 36 inch round bar, plain steel from Home Depot, and the same thing. You can rip into it, same thing. So what's the difference? $40, $450. What the hell is the difference, right? Let me give us, some people that are not yet part of the No Limit Squad, a little bit of history. The OG, that wooden one I just brought over, that I made for myself, I call that the OG iso chain, the original gangster. In the 1960s, Joe Wider created a variation of that iso chain, put it on the market, mass production. Here's a picture of it right now. And it worked. I mean, the OG iso chain by Joe Wider, it took off. It faded though, just as quickly as it took off. Why? Because there's no way to measure yourself. You're just pulling with everything you got against the bar. What was happening was people were getting strong. They felt themselves getting strong, but it's like, okay, now what? I mean, I don't really know how much energy to put into this bar. There's no loading reflex. There's nothing to see. There's nothing to use progressive overload, the king of getting better at fitness. There's nothing to use progressive overload with except time. So if you went for 6-second contractions, what are you gonna do? Go for 7, then 8? I mean, after a while, you're just gonna run out of time. It's just like if all we used to get better at the gym was just reps, but we never went up in weight. That is a terrible metric to get better with. Yeah, reps have their place, but that's why you up the weight. That's why you up the sets. That's why you up the rest time or reduce the rest time. That's why you incorporate drop sets, pyramid sets, down the racks, all those different time under tension, all those different things to incorporate in order for our bodies to grow, right? That was the main thing with Joe Wider's OG iso chain in the 60s. There was no freaking way to measure the progress. So this iso chain fixed the problem. Now we have a way to use progressive overload with isometrics. This is what we've been waiting for. This is why this is gonna change the game. If it didn't have the electronics, this would just be another stupid bar and chain device that wouldn't be worth nearly as much money. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do is, hold on a second, keep watching. I'm gonna show you what's called a dynamometer. A dynamometer is a device that measures how much force is being exerted through the chain link. All right, so here's a couple pictures of them. Also notice the price. Notice that price tag, you see that, right? It's so affordable, right? It's so convenient. So what people were doing after they realized that they couldn't use progressive overload on the OG iso chain is they would link a dynamometer to it through the chain link. They would have the chain link, the dynamometer here, and then the chain link again. So now somebody else would have to be there looking at the amount of force being applied through the dynamometer. So you'd need 2 people regardless. I mean, you could Surely you could set up a mirror, but it's still highly inconvenient. Not to mention the price is highly inconvenient. Did you just see that? Also, it might not have gotten the tear, T-A-R-E, tear of the chain itself, because obviously the chain weighs something, right? So the dynamometer was catching a little bit of the chain weight too. Now the force reading on the dynamometer was inaccurate. With the ISO chain, the built-in dynamometer automatically counts in the chain weight. When you set it to 0 and it's just hanging from the ISO chain, it won't even count it. It knows that it's there. Whatever force you put in, that's yours, not yours plus the chain. The best part about this is there are 4 different modes to the ISO chain. I already have a video on the 4 different modes of the ISO chain. Here's a link right here so you can check it out for yourself. So I'm not gonna go over all that with you, but it's this fantastic tool. The device is portable. All right, it's a 2x4 base plate, so you can take it with you wherever you want, wherever you go. If you're going on a camping trip, bring it with you. If you're going out of town, bring it with you to the hotel room. If you're going on the beach and you want to flex in front of people, and you will when all your veins are popping out doing the isometric contraction, bring it with you. People will talk about it. Spread the word. More importantly, the most important thing about the ISO chain is the fact that with this digital display and the built-in dynamometer and the 4 modes of the ISO chain, progressive overload has now entered the chat. If you know even a little bit about fitness and what progressive overload means in the fitness game, you know that this just changed the entire game. How strong people can get with this ISO chain. Let's talk about overcoming isometrics. If you're not familiar with overcoming isometrics, there are different styles of isometric training. The 2 most prevalent ones would be the yielding isometric training. So for example, a yielding isometric exercise, I would have a client with a dumbbell out to here, and over time, like their arm starts burning, their shoulder's on fire, and they're trying to keep their arm from going down. That's yielding isometric training. The other major form is called overcoming isometric training, where you're pushing or pulling against an immovable force. So for example, if I went behind me right here to this wall and I tried to push this wall with everything I had, right? But the problem with that is you run into what's called cortical inhibition. If you don't know what cortical inhibition is, I got a video and a link to it right here. All right, I'm already ahead of it for you. I got us. All right, this leads to activating all the muscle fibers. Did you know that isometric training activates nearly all of your muscle fibers? 95%. Concentric and eccentric movements only constitute 87 and 89% of your overall contractile muscle force. Just remember, muscle fibers that wire together, fire together. The main mode, again, I covered the modes in that video that I just alluded to a couple minutes ago, but the main mode I use on here is called load mode, right? So all I do is I would hit this L real quick for load. You see the L show up right there. And so let's say I bicep curled 100 pounds of force. So I would type in 100. All right, it'll blink twice. Boom. All right, so now what I would do is I would go ahead and set the chain link up and do the bicep curl, and it won't make any noise until my force production passes 100 pounds of force, and then it'll start beeping. Do you know what that means? So that means you can rip into it with everything you got. You know how fast you can develop strength that way? And it's only gonna take one person that understands exercise science to its core to be like, oh shit. As of this recording, I've been using it for almost 60 days straight. So 2 months. I started October 6th. I think it's December 3rd or something right now. All right, so I have videos here. As a matter of fact, here's a link to a video on my 30-day results. I'm not even getting paid to promote this product. Personally, I have better things to do in my life than to promote a product I don't believe in. I have way too much stuff on my plate right now. So why would I even bother wasting my time making a video, let alone a freaking YouTube series on this product? It's because it works. It's not one of these dumb fitness products that are just in today and out tomorrow because they're bullshit. Like the shake weight and like, man, come on, man. When they come out with these products out here, like who do they think they're talking to? Like this shit don't work. You feel me? We finally have one that does. So if you're not yet sold, why don't you just keep watching these videos? Keep watching them and see for yourself. You'll see my journey. My personal training clients are gonna be using this as well. So it's one thing, because you can say that I work, yeah, I've been lifting for 12 years. Once January 1st comes, I've been lifting for 12 years already. So you could just say, oh, well, of course your numbers are like that. You've been lifting for over a decade. Yeah, fine. You can write off my results as that's just me weightlifting in the gym. But what about them? Why are my clients getting results faster than normal now? Explain that. expect this to be everywhere, by the way. Expect this product to be everywhere. It's gonna be a lot of like, man, this product is dumb. Man, it doesn't work. Mostly by people that, one, have never used it, or two, don't understand what the hell this is. They have no idea about isometrics. They have no idea how this works. They have no clue about exercise science whatsoever. Listen, you have to understand, when they added a display, the whole isometric game changed. Before, it was just boring. Like, we all know isometrics works, but there was no way to gauge your strength. So we would just be like, oh, I think this is enough force. Okay, whatever. Now back to the real training. No, now this is part of the real training. Now that we have a display, do y'all feel me? Those that are already with the No Limit Squad, they already understand. I'm talking to those that don't really even know what this is, for one, or two, what it can really do. Thank you, Dragon Door, Paul Wade, and John Duquesne for creating this masterpiece. I'm excited to see what it does once NFL athletes start picking up on it, UFC fighters start picking up on it, soccer players, tennis players, baseball players, basketball players, runners, cyclists, all that. Any sport. This helps everyone, martial art, everyone. Listen, if we had two athletes at the top of their game, and one used the ISO chain and the other one didn't, listen, give them 8 to 12 weeks, 3 months, then go ahead and record their numbers. If it's bullcrap, then this product is trash and this channel means nothing, right? You have to understand, why would I even bother making this video, let alone this channel? Like, listen, I got other things to do. Go ahead and try it. Listen, time exposes all. So if this product is a piece of crap, listen, time will expose it, just like it exposes all the other pieces of crap, new revolutionary fitness products. This is not one of them. This is here to stay, and y'all will see it firsthand. If you haven't bought it yet, here's a link to Dragon Door. Again, I don't even have an affiliate link. Just, check it out. If you think it's bullshit, don't buy it and keep watching my videos. Listen, time exposes all. So if it's bullshit, time is only gonna expose it, right? So what do you have to lose? This is the ISO chain. This doesn't replace weightlifting, by the way. It's something that we use in tandem with the weightlifting. Y'all feel me? All right, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to drop a like, a comment, and if you're not yet part of the No Limit Squad, go and subscribe. Come join the squad. We'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.